Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are all loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Alright, I want us to listen to this colonizer talking. And you know, why some people keep believing that when we talk about the effect of colonization and everything, there are people, they are melanated that still believe that we have to give thanks to the white man. For without them, the melanated people would have been living in darkness and would have no idea of what life is, of what technology is. Now, when we talk about the havoc caused to the melanated development, to those of African descent, the development of our people, the havoc caused, the havoc that slavery caused, yes, we aided most of these things, and that's the truth, and it's still happening right before us today in our various communities, in our various melanated community. So we're talking about slave trading and those who aided, those who allowed themselves to be deceived and they sold some of their products. It's not all, because there's a media right now that is pushing do not have anything to do with Africans, they're all sold due to slavery. That is still part of our disunity. They still don't want us to come together. So they always tell you are the cause of your problems. All right, it doesn't have anything to do with the white man. The white man is just stepping in as a savior to save you from what you have caused with your own hand. So that's why there is what we call the white savior complex. So we see any white person as a messiah, as a savior. Oh my goodness. So that's why they move freely around the continent of Africa. They do whatever they want to do. Even when they are spies, they can come in disguise of tourists. They go around our continents, go to the local places, to the interior where the richness of our cultures and our wealth are hidden. They go there and gradually begin to make plans on how to come and start excavating. And before you know, there is a terrorist group in that area. Before you know, they have displaced people in that area. Before you know, they are harvesting their minerals. So this man sat down comfortably and used his mouth. He opened his mouth and said, if we African countries don't want to learn, if we don't want to use our brains, they will still come back and start ruling us. And you see the whole audacity, you know, his body language shows this superiority. We're the boss here. We have done it before. We can do it again. Right? They said it to our faces. I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to talk after you see this.
Breaking news. White men should recolonize Africa, says war criminal Eric Prince. He claims they can't govern themselves. Keep in mind, he is currently being investigated for being a part of several coups that overthrew meaningful governments in Africa.
Then it's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded.
Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens, because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually making their country better.
People on the left are going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, Eric Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Majesties, did you get that? You got the message? You heard that? And of course, we are incapable of governing ourselves because we are sheep. They've said we are sheep. Do you think sheep have senses or brains? They don't. They just move. Now, when he said, we are done with being invaded, Una never see anything. Let me use that language. Eh? You have not seen anything, no. These few number of people that are running to your countries, you are tired of them already. Like, your majesties, we were in our home. They said they were the ones that came and civilized us, right? Now, let's, for the sake of what we are doing, now let's just agree. It's not true, but let's just agree. Now, we were in our home, in our bushes, and sleeping on trees, right? And moving about naked. And you say, okay, oh, because we love human beings, let's go to some parts of the world and go and help them. And then people came. You were not invited. They weren't invited when they came in and started masterminding the whole issue of selling people. They even came in as they are coming in to bring some spirituality. Because of course, our ancestors were spiritual people. I will keep saying that because it's the truth. So they came in, and the ship they used in even packing the first ship on the shores of the continent that the white man came in with to come and steal people. Right? I'm not saying that's the first ever ship. We have been moving around on waters. We have our ways. We have been moving on land. We have our ways. Our ancestors moved the length and breadth of the world. We have our ways. But when they were coming, the first ship they ever came with was called Jesus. The Jesus that you pray with and emphasize Jesus with. That was the name of the first ship that landed the shores that went with slaves. And they came in and said, when they take out these people, now mind you, when they gave you that story of African sold you, they didn't tell you this part. When they came in, do your research about the ship called Jesus of Lubeck. When they came in with that ship, they came in with what they call the good news. Okay, we have a part on the other side, and the other side is heaven. When you go there, you feel no pain. When you go there, you'll be one with the spirits. All you wish for will just be coming to pass. You'll be seeing it happening. They said they brought good news. Now, these are what persuaded some of our kings and rulers, tribal kings and rulers of those times, to feel, okay, since my people will still go have a better life, they should go. And oh, we're going to give you mirrors. We're going to give you this. And they gave that to most of these chiefs. And most of these chiefs allowed their people to go, allowed some of the slaves that were having, like I said, before them, we still had what we call tribal differences amongst us. It's not something that started today, and we were living in peace with our problem before they came. So they went to these people, and the only story you hear is that your ancestors sold you for mirrors and gunpowder. Look at the level they brought us to. And your ancestors sold you for mirrors, for salt and gunpowder. These are kingdoms that were established. Do you think if these people never come with the path of spirituality, they would have been able to carry our people? Do you think that it will work? It will not. So they took control. When they came in first, they came to learn. They came to learn, oh. They never knew anything. They came to learn at first. They came in again, they said they were bringing something that is connected to spirituality. And that was how they started taking out slaves. And the greedy ones amongst us started making the thing profitable. Alright, they turned it into a market, and gradually it became so huge. So, these people came and begged our people, we want to help you as well, since people have helped us learn. They were also selling themselves before. And they felt like we should go and discover more parts. Since there are parts like ancient Kemet, ancient Nubia, there should be more parts around that region. Let's go and discover more. That was what brought them. Why am I bringing all these narrations? What he said, we are done with being invaded. Like, we never asked you to come to us. You came and took our people. And now this little amount of people that are coming to you, you are already worried that they are coming to eat your bread. invaded. You use the word invaded. Look, you know, it's the audacity for me whenever I hear them make statements that they make, and I'm like, just look at them. They're invading you, so we're gonna colonize them since they're incapable of governing themselves. I don't blame him, oh. I blame us. Since our leaders say they will never hear, they'll also be receiving. They will be receiving. Even because I'm not a person that even I don't fancy leaving my continent to go and live in another man's land. I don't fancy that. Personally, there are opportunities I refused. I don't want to. This is me here and we are dying here. I'll go and I'll return. I'll go visit and come back. But having the mind of say I want to go and move permanently to say I'm not going no. This is here I am. Nobody is coming to take my inheritance from me. I will fight for it until I leave this material life, this material world. If not because of that, you would have seen me now. I also add to the number of the so-called people who are invading you. Imagine the mind. Your Majesty, I felt like showing this to you. They are going to recolonize Africa. So now they are accepting that they are colonizers. They are accepting that they have hands in what has been going on in the continent of Africa. They're accepting that to your faces, especially some of you that look at them as God. You look at them as the God that control your life because they are white men. And why? Because the Yeshua they brought to you is white. Your own brother that they killed. They went and brought another picture. And then tell you this is the person. They tell the whole story. Make it look like they are the ones coming to save us. Oh my goodness, Your Majesties. I just hope that we get the message that we should get. And we fight for our home. We fight for Mother Africa. This is our home. This is our home. Unless we are respected here, wherever you are, as far as you have a color like mine, unless we are respected here, you will never be respected wherever you are. If Africa gained the power that she should have, all right, if Africa pushes herself to that level where she should be, do you think the way they look at you outside, they'll look at you that way? No, because they know you have a place to go to. So if they mess up, you're gonna leave them. And Europe and America was built on the backs of black slaves. All right? It was built on the backs of black people. So they only know how to come loot from people. They only know how to steal from people. All right? They don't know how to create. We are builders. We are not destroyers. I will say that again. So if you have anything contrary to creating and building in you, just know that that is not something that is of you. You have to start removing it from your life. So I felt like sharing this with you, and you leave your comments and so there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.